Welcome to Community Roundup, powered by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. This is the show where we look at nonprofits, charitable organizations, and sports clubs that make Fort St. John and area such a great place to live. My name is Ed Hitchens again. I am your host, and today we're at the cozy ambiance of the Whiskey Jack Nordic Ski Club, and we're joined by Eliza Stanford, who's the president of the ski club. Eliza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
All right. For people who aren't familiar with the Fort St. John area, what is the connection to cross country skiing within the region?
What is my connection?
Oh, what is the connection?
In 1982, the Whiskey Jack Nordic Ski Club sort of was created to create some trails for the 1984 BC Winter Games.
Okay.
And so they cut a few narrow trails. And so that's really when the club started and when it started to be a part of the bigger community.
Okay, so it was started because of the BC Winter Games.
Because of the BC Winter Games in 1984. It has grown since then with a few ups and downs with membership, and it's a very fluid community, so people come and go. But in the early 2000s, there was a group of us who sort of set on a long-term path to bring it up to the standards that is enjoyed by cross-country skiers in other parts of the province.
Okay, and what was the standards that you wanted to bring it up to?
We wanted to, first of all, get some better grooming equipment.
Okay.
And then we needed to widen the trails. So after the Olympics in 2010, there was funding available for recreational projects, and we got some funding to create more trails, basically double the amount of trails that we have, and widen them to 8 meters wide, which is a sort of industry standard.
Okay, well, I've always been a sporting guy. I've always been very active. I've been a huge sports fan. Besides being active and outside and enjoying the winter, what other benefits does cross-country skiing have?
Oh, cross-country skiing is a whole body sport. So you can go out and it's for all abilities. So no matter whether you're a beginner and you want to go around the easy trails, the fact that you're outside in the winter, you're moving, you can be in a full lather and not have skied very far. And a skier that is very, very fit, who skate skis 15 kilometers, can get a full workout as well. And so it's everything in between. It's a great way to enjoy the winter.
Okay, so what is a skate ski, if you know what I mean?
So skate skiing is where the skis are a little bit shorter, they're slightly stiffer, poles are longer, and it's a technique that is very, very fast. And it's basically, you're constantly doing the diagonal stride.
Okay, so how many members does your club currently have?
We're hovering around between 200 and 250 members.
Okay, so it's a substantial amount of individuals within the community.
Yeah.
And it's for everybody within the East region to come and enjoy.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Everybody. And you do not have to be a member to come and enjoy the trails here.
Okay, so what types of programs does your club offer?
We offer a kids program from kids ages about 5 to 12 to sort of introduce them to the fundamentals of cross-country skiing. And we do that every Saturdays. And it's full of classes with kids playing games on the snow and then coming in for hot chocolate and maybe learning, for the older kids, they hone their techniques for skate skiing and classic skiing. And we try to participate in at least one away event, maybe Prince George or somewhere else in the season. And we host a race here too.
Okay, you host a race here, so
yeah.
And there's an annual race that takes place every year?
It is. So it's a race format called a loppet.
Okay, so explain that.
Which is a cross-country ski term, and a loppet is like a big sort of mass start race that could have a 2 kilometer distance, a 5 kilometer distance, or 10 kilometers, or even longer in some cases. And so anybody, any age group, any skill level can participate, and it's really fun. We usually have a barbecue afterwards, and
a barbecue in the middle of winter.
It's February, so we're sort of climbing out of the middle of winter, and now we hope that it's not perishing.
Well, I've been out here in February. It can get quite cold.
Yes.
Like I said, I've always been a very active sports individual, but I've never had the pleasure. I shouldn't say I've had the pleasure of cross country skiing absolutely exactly one time in my entire life. And I remember being out in the middle of trails and losing my ski and having to go out and go find the ski because I was with a school trip. But for somebody who wouldn't, who is curious, why should somebody try out cross country skiing?
Well, I would say we also offer some adult lessons as well,
Okay.
because I teach those and I love to teach adults because I feel like I can turn a switch on for them.
Okay.
And why should they come and try it? Because it is so beautiful here in the winter. It is one of the most beautiful places to be in this area, is to be out skiing in the trails here. And it's makes the winters go really fast because you just look forward to every good day, particularly snow days, particularly those blue sky days. And it's just so I look forward to winter because of this.
Okay. All right. So, how does one go about joining your club? You said people who don't have to be a member of the club to come out and participate, but tell us how somebody joins your club.
Well, they can go to our website, whiskeyjacknordic.ca, and all of the information about our club is on the website, including a link to membership. Our membership is really inexpensive.
How much we
Around,
talking?
I think our early bird is over now, so it's probably $110, $120 a year, which is pretty cheap. Or you can pay a day use fee at the donation box at the trailhead.
Okay, so donation boxes, any amount or
$10 we recommend per skier,
Okay.
but it's voluntary.
Okay, all right. What major events do you have during the year that you go out to? Either you host them here or do you participate in other
Well,
meets?
there are races in addition to our law pit here in February. Prince George usually hosts a few events, and as far away as Vanderhoof. I mean, they're all over BC, but you could also go to Grand Prairie. They offer a race open to everybody. There's quite a few races which are very specific to age groups.
Okay.
That are really sort of trying to move the next generation of Olympic skiers up through the race system.
Okay.
But we are focused on participation for everybody
Okay. And what is their emphasis on participation?
because it's really fun. It's a
Okay.
really fun event. We get the cowbells out and we sort of cheer on the kids, we cheer on the adults, and we cheer till the last skier has crossed the line.
Okay, so how exactly is the ski club structured?
We have a board of directors, and we rely heavily on our membership for our main operating costs. When we look at specific projects like building this day lodge, for example, we go outside and we look for grants to fund those initiatives.
Okay, all right. When is the season usually for cross country skiing?
Well, we've had the season start in mid-October, but it's really any time. Last year was a very slow start. It was in a lot of places. It wasn't a great season for the north. So we really hope that we're skiing in December. Yeah.
Well, the weather has been quite dreary here so far. I mean, we've had a couple of snowfalls, but nothing substantial.
It's a little early for it to be sticking, and frankly, this moisture is really needed. Yeah, what it does is it penetrates the ground, and then it'll freeze, and then it helps to preserve the snow, and then
So it's actually beneficial for skiing
yeah.
as opposed to it just being dreary. Okay,
Yes,
all
yeah,
right.
and the forest really needs the rain
Okay.
because this has been a few dry years here, and so the trees are probably pretty healthy.
Okay, so you mentioned it off the top. This is a relatively new ski lodge. describe about how this came about? How many people does it house? Just give us a little more information about that.
Well, we started this process of fundraising for this day lodge before the year 2000. And then by the time we got really close, we got approved grants, and then the cost of building just went up. And then we realized we can't do it. We have to go back to our funders and say, we need more time. And then fortunately, we were able to reapply for one of our grants. And then it launched us up closer to where we needed to go. Once you have a certain amount of funding, corporations love to jump on board, and matching grants come your way. And then it all came together. So we couldn't start building until we had all of the money ready.
Okay. All right.
You can't start and then hope that you're going to get the rest, because nobody wants to fund a half-built project. They want to be part of it from the
Because
beginning.
what corporations help you out in building this book?
Well, we've got a list over there on the skis of all the companies that helped out, but we got 2 significant grants, one from Northern Development Initiative Trust and the other one from the federal government. It's a federal provincial program.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can have a look at them specifically over there.
Okay. All right. So before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I just encourage people to, during the winter, come and check us out here. We have a full basement full of rental skis that we rent out to the public, and you don't need to book. You just need to show up with your outdoor gear.
Okay. What type of gear?
Well, that would be anytime. We're open Saturdays and Sundays every weekend in the winter.
Okay. All right. So questions I have. Thank you very much for the time. This has been Eddie Hitchens for Energeticcity.ca for the Community Roundup. Once again, the Community Roundup is brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And if you like and want to see more content, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much.
Thank you.